I be rolling with my steppers, getting loaded with my steppers. Yeah. All up in public, people notice my little steppers. All that hating, we can help you. Fuck around a nigga step you. Yeah. Keep playing with me, the laws ain't gon' need no help. Yeah, I be rolling with my steppers. Yeah, you notice my little steppers. I be rolling with my steppers. Yeah, you notice my little steppers.
Big time entertainment. Up on cloud nine on them pills with my steppers. Suited up, looking for a kill with my little steppers. Police ain't gonna help you.
What it is, what it ain't. You already know it's Top Cat 100 going hard in the paint. The Real Feud TV, what you tuned into. Let's go and get that out the way. To all my haters, you all have gorilla backs, nigga. Straight up, very muscular. You know what I'm talking about? So go ahead on and tap in the FS Don Deal, nigga. Straight up, Shreveport, Louisiana. That's how we rocking. Straight up, anybody want promotion, the best promotion, you go ahead on my IG, you follow it, and you DM it. Cash App ready, because I got a deal for you, and you get up here. Straight up and down, you already know what it is. It's the 100 Mob Builder back. Yeah, you thought I was gone. Yes, Lord, and oh Lord, at all times. Now, we want to talk about Go Yayo and we want to talk about Sauce Walka. Straight up and down, we need to talk about it, man, because this could turn into the most craziest thing in Texas history, nigga. And for those that know where I'm going at with it, they know exactly where I'm going at with it. Now, we seen all this Mo3 stuff. You know, we had Go Yayo up in that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like this, bro. When you talk about Sauce Walka, you talking about somebody with a lot of pull and a lot of reach in Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? Not to say Go Yayo ain't got no reach and he ain't got people and stuff like that, but this could actually turn into something crazy. Now, when he came out up on No Jumper, a lot of people had a problem with him saying that, you know, they wish, you know, he wished that they got him in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? In other words, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. And that's some type of harsh feelings to somebody that y'all used to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Way back when, you feel me? Now, we understand that, you know what I'm saying, Go Yayo is a rip. You understand? Sauce Walka is a B-dog. And that don't play too many politics in what I'm saying, because these niggas had genuine beef. You know what I'm saying? And from what I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you had, you know what I'm saying, TSF peso, you know what I'm saying? Some say peso, I say peso, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas, you know, didn't like how he was coming at Go Yayo, but the man was humble and sincere in what he was saying. The man name got brought up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this, man. If Peso want to say something, dog, he gonna say something, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I mean, he got a right to speak on TSF business, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's where he going at with it. Now, Go Yayo, on the other hand, you know, he crossing mega boundaries. And many wanted to know why. Why is Go Yayo going that hard on Sauce Walka? Like, why can't he stand this man so much? Now, come to find out, you know what I'm saying? After something here happened to his partner, you know, Sauce Walka tried to, you know, get around Go Yayo on some cool stuff, you know what I'm saying? And really was trying to backdoor Go Yayo. So a lot of people saying Go Yayo running his mouth too much on that, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, because it's like we would have never thought that, you know, Sauce Walka will be trying to, you know, backdoor Go Yayo at one point. But this is his story. That's what he alluded to, and that's what he said. So at the end of the day, man, that's why this could turn so crazy, man. Because it's like people not going to keep playing the back and forth games. You know, somebody's going to get caught out there. And Texas is a big state. We've been seeing TSF all around, you know, the South. When we talk about North Carolina, you know what I'm saying, talk about Memphis, you know what I'm saying, we've been seeing them everywhere, but we also been seeing them in New York, and that explains the certain type of pull and respect Sauce Walka has. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't think Go Yayo worldwide has the respect Sauce Walka has, but when you talk about Texas, you know what I'm saying, both of them, you know, got pull. So, and Texas is one of the biggest states, man. Let that be understood. You know, everything is bigger in Texas, you know, the saying goes. You know, pause, but I'm going to tell you something. With Sauce Walka and Go Yayo, man, if they don't get this together, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't gonna take no Jay Prince Jr., none of that. You know, this nigga Sauce Walka is like Jay Prince right now. You see what I'm saying? In Houston. You know what I'm saying? Niggas talking about, you know what I mean, ain't got nothing to do with this unless it's Houston business and all that. Nigga don't say nothing to Sauce Walka. You know what I'm saying? Because Sauce Walka had to check J. Prince Jr. on a few occasions. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying about it, bro. It's some real OGs that ain't respected from both ends don't come and intervene, bro. You gonna have somebody in the entourage that's gonna end up on a nice, crisp, white t-shirt, man. You know what I'm talking about? Angel wings and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? They may have Mario coins and Sonic rings in the background just to, you know what I'm saying, make it look a little good. You know what I'm saying? And this same thing I was mentioning in Rollo video. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't respect nothing until you stamp something. You know what I'm saying? Like an envelope. And this is what I don't want to happen. This is why I'm speaking on it now and coming out and telling niggas that, look, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter whether you from Texas, whether you is from Texas. We all need to follow this one code, and that's respect, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When you give respect, you gonna get respect. You know what I'm saying? We all need to go by the code of not hating on another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now, both of these artists, we talk about Go Yayo and we talk about Sauce Walka, they both had a star power to be bigger than Texas. You know what I'm saying? If not, they already are. You know? And Go Yayo following is constantly growing and growing and growing and growing. But he always been a villain. So it doesn't bother him the fact that y'all saying he messed up or he wrong for what he said to Sauce Walka. You know what I'm saying? It goes like that sometimes. You know, there is no rules in war, but at the end of the day, it can still be respectable. You know what I mean? For him to say that, I thought was kind of out of pocket. But hey, come to find out, Sauce Walka tried to line this man up. You know what I'm saying? For the back door. You know what I'm saying? And tried to play like he was on some friendly type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, he dropped this location, you know, or something like that with Sauce Walka, and Sauce Walka, you know what I'm saying? You know, I guess, you know, Go Yayo ended up getting, you know what I mean, flamed that or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how the story exactly go. And I'm glad I don't remember, because then they're going to say I'm ratting when this nigga already said everything. All you got to do is go look it up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, when you talk about stuff like this, man, you talking about it's bags already on niggas, basically, bro. Because if you wish, you know what I mean, that man not to be on earth for something that happened unrelated to you, then you got to understand one thing about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We talk about casinos and we talk about, you know what I mean, the TSF stuff. You got a lot of people on Go Yayo head, man. Now, I don't know if Go Yayo realized how big he is, because he got to realize he the first person out of Fort Worth to really get that, you know what I mean, that look. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people feel like he getting too influenced by 4K Trey and listening to NBA Youngboy, you know what I'm saying, because it's starting to bleed off in his music. But on that note, what can you expect from one of the biggest rappers that ever came out of Louisiana? He influences a lot of people in a lot of towns that's near and a lot of states that's near, you know? So, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But Go Yayo has his own style that he will get back into and he's been getting into lately. And you know what I'm saying? That's reckless talk, you know? It is what it is, man. We can't sit here and, you know, cry about it, you know what I'm saying? But what we can do is adapt and, you know, learn from these situations, man. Because, you know, when one of these niggas catch each other, you know what I'm saying, it should be a rumble. That's what I think, you know. And at the end of the day, if it's going to be a rumble, it need to be set up in a matter where they can rumble on camera. You know what I'm saying? And they been talking about doing that, you know what I'm saying? But Sauce Walka, you know what I'm saying, he was training and he wanted to, you know, a certain amount of money, you know what I'm saying? And Go Yayo won't going. So at the end of the day, I don't know why that rumble didn't happen. Rather, I kind of forgot. So with that being said, man, y'all drop the comments and tell me how y'all feel about Sauce Walka and Go Yayo, man, because it's going to get real from here, bro. And I don't want it to get no realer than what it already is.